It's been an absolutely crazy week for anime games. So much has happened around Bleach that I think we've forgotten that Demon Slayer also announced their release date this week also. Yes, that's right. Time is weird and Demon Slayer happened this week along with some other details. We don't have a ton of news, but what we have is kind of juicy. Welcome to this week's Around the Bush. Welcome everyone to Around the Bush for March 7, 2025. And the headliners, I think shared headliners, are the release date for Demon Slayer 2, something we've been looking forward for a while, and also Bleach. What is going on with the full roster? Did we just get Mugetsu teased? Let's talk about all of that and a couple of more droplets that have happened, including a new Baki game, which is kind of wild when you see what it is. But let's start with Demon Slayer here. Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles 2 just released this trailer, I think last Sunday or Saturday, and they show a lot of story mode. It's a story trailer focused on the Entertainment District arc, so most of it is going to be story mode from that arc specifically. They show a ton of boss fights. This trailer alone has so many boss fights that it has made me so excited for this story mode. I like the story mode in the first game. Story mode in the first game is really good. I enjoyed it so much that I needed to find excuses to play it again and again, and that's why I started speedrunning it, and that's what got me into speedrunning in the first place, because it's a very fun speedrun to do. I highly recommend it if you guys haven't gotten into speedrunning. This is a great game to do it. But I see this trailer, and I'm like, I want to replay this so many times. There are so many unique encounters, so many boss fights here for you to like just figure out and shave off those milliseconds, you know. This is great for me. Like this, I love this trailer so much. There's so much new stuff here, including maybe a preview of like new ultimates that I think everyone's gonna have. The reason why I say that, also like this stage, I better not be in multiplayer because this curve is is rough. There is like a gameplay that I forgot to pull, so maybe I saved it on my local files. Demon Slayer 2. Which is the voice actor mode gameplay, okay? Yeah, so the voice actor for Tanjiro, Japanese voice actor, play the story mode, which starts right here in this fight. It starts with Ed Tanjiro versus Daki right away. And here we can see like that this character that is present in Demon Slayer 1 is also getting reworked, which potentially means that all characters that were in Demon Slayer 1 are getting reworked. They're not just like porting them over. Now, the rework is mostly, from what I can tell, a new ultimate and a balance patch. Like characters might get some new links. For instance, I think he does one here. That's the new heavy attack. Tilt skill into dive. Tilt skill recovers so much faster that you can actually do moves while you're still in the air. And in the first game, that wasn't possible. You needed to land before you extended the combo. So this is awesome. Next, we go back and like the story mode is still like, it still has these like, let's call them lower quality cutscenes where it's just the models sitting around, and it still has those high quality cutscenes. But something that happened afterwards that I wasn't ready for, it's like they actually improved the free roaming. If you know CC2 games in Storm, the free roaming gets worse with every Storm game. Here they actually improved it by giving you a jump button, which, okay, whatever. But then I freaked out when I saw this, and this might be for me specifically because I used to speedrun this game. But you actually have a sprint! Oh, you don't just like jog across the entire map. You can sprint now. The movement speed is so much better. Yeah, jump is slow. It loses time. Don't do it. Don't do it. They also show like this arc is basically a letter that he wrote to Orokodaki. I think it's been barely animated. I think there's a little bit of animation there, but in the anime itself. But they made this part of the tutorial. There's items now that you can use in story mode. That's also brand new. I don't know what that crystal is. Can I read it? I might be able to read it. Hang on. Well, how's my Japanese? Rengoku Uba. Okay, a Rengoku memory is Uba memory. Music is a bit too loud. Let me fix that real quick. We're gonna stay on chill vibes. All right, we're gonna stay on chill vibes for a little bit.
Looks like the same icon they used for memory fragments in the last game, so
yeah.
Probably is.
So it's gonna identify what memories you're getting, and that's a good save there. And they're up. Is StreamerBot here? It should be here. StreamerBot, where you at? There you are. All right, real quick, I'll fix this off screen. Also, much like they had in... the guy starts scrolling here, and I bet that made some producers very nervous and go through this footage side by side, because, like, we don't want to give away new characters or whatever. At the same time, it feels like they're revealing characters accidentally all the time for this game. There hasn't been one character that they've been like... Outside of the Hashira, there hasn't been one character that they've been like, and this character is playable. It's just been like, oh yeah, he's in the demo. Or, oh yeah, I guess we mentioned that. It's been like that the whole time. Okay, so let's see if this volume is better. Okay. It sounds better. It sounds better to me. Now, this tutorial has a fight against a unique boss, a unique demon. They had a ton of unique demons also in the first Demon Slayer during story mode. This one is not going to be any exception. They have like unique movesets and whatnot. This stage, there are a lot of unique story mode stages in the first game, so this could also be a story mode only stage. It's kind of small, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was. This heavy attack does not spend meter, which is... made me go, huh, odd. Is it only spending meter when you hold down the button? Maybe like the instant one does not spend meter at all. We'll see. We'll see. Questions. Other than that, that's like the hypest part. Then there's like a side mission and you get to walk around a lot. Tanjiro has a new power where he can smell people in story mode and feel their emotions. I know that's lore accurate before you come at me in the comments. It's just funny. Like, oh, are you speaking the truth? Let me smell you. And more cutscenes, and yes, you do get to play as Zenitsu and Inosuke inside each one of the pleasure houses. So, Inosuke is trying to trace the demon smell, and yes, guys, you get sweep the board in Demon Slayer 2. You get the minigame. There you go. So it's a great look at story mode, I feel. His playthrough ends when Daki shows up, punches Zenitsu, and that's kind of where we leave it. Now, the website also has a few more details. So if we go to the website, it's translated, and we scroll down, the standard edition says that if you have save data bonus from the first game, you get some stuff, including the early release of playable characters, the academy characters for Tanjiro, Nezuko, Zenitsu, Inosuke, Gyu. Ginyu's gonna body swap you into another anime. Gyu and Shinobu. You get early characters, and what this means is you don't have to like spend currency to unlock them, or you don't have to play story to unlock them. You just have them by porting over your save. Also, you get the early release of Hinazuru, Makio, and Suma, the Tengen wives. Now, I believe these three are one character because look at the quotation marks. Okay, the quotation marks encapsulate all three characters, and in fact, the original Japanese, it's like the brackets. But if you look here in this text, like each character has their own brackets. So I'm guessing the time that Tengen wives are 3-in-1. That is very interesting. We'll see how they play. And also the early release of the in-game costumes, which is the same character soup delivery. They're calling them costumes instead of like separate characters, which is what you should call the Academy characters, to be fair, but it is what it is. A lot of people are like, wait, I need to get a more expensive edition or DLC to get some of the Hashira because they saw this. If you get the limited edition package, you can get the early release for Tengen, Muichiro, Mitsuri, Obanai, like all the Hashira, right? This is early release, so much like what we just talked about, it's the characters come unlocked with this version of the game. You don't have to unlock them in story mode. But if you just buy the base version of the game, you can still get them by simply playing story mode. In fact, I really like the way they did unlockable characters in the first game, because the way they did it was you can unlock them by doing certain actions in the story, like clearing a chapter with S rank, doing some optional thing, picking up collectibles, whatever. Or if you don't want to do that, you can spend the in-game currency to unlock them if you have enough. So they give you 2 ways to unlock them, which is pretty good. But yeah, suddenly we have some new announced characters. I believe they also announced a couple of others, which were...
There's like an actual English website if you want to go in there.
Do they have that too?
Yeah,
it's fine.
I posted it in the chat,
New Academy characters. Yeah, exactly. So, Kimetsu Academy Rengoku, which was not a character in the first game, and Kimetsu Academy Tengen. So those two are also getting added. And you bet they're going to count them as real characters and not just echoes or skins or whatever. Speaking of echo characters, let's talk about Bleach. Now, before we get into this, there's some heated arguments over a video I made, and because I called the roster complete. I will talk about it briefly here, but I think it's better that I make like a full follow-up for that on Monday, because I fully admit that I didn't report that in the best of ways. Like, the way it came across was kind of like, yeah, you guys are done, you don't get anything else, you're not getting a trailer on Monday. Like, I should have been a bit more upfront about what I know, let you draw your own conclusions, but at the same time, I have to protect my sources. There could be consequences if, like, someone finds out they're leaking information for me, and so I have to think very carefully about what I can say and what I cannot say. At the end of the day, it's going to be hard to show you concrete evidence, so you're still going to have to take my word for it, but I should have communicated it in a different way, right? So we'll do that next Monday. For now, Kyan got a trailer, which was the most unexpected character to be added so far to the game. Now, he got a special trailer last week, so we knew this was coming, and Kyan is gonna have an Aroniero skin from according to the special trailer that we saw, but they are calling him Kyan. Like, Kyan is the name of the character. Is not Aroniero with a Kyan skin. It's the opposite. He has an aura state similar to Tyr, actually, where with his signature move and one of his spiritual pressure moves does. Increases the bar, and then the bar starts slowly depleting over time. While the bar is full or has any gauge, he gets basically a damage boost. He gets a few other things, but he gets a damage boost. I'll show you the signature move soon. Other than that, he has this one, which is a counter, and this is a rushing move. It's thoroughly a rush down, and that activates the bar as well. His awakening is not very significant. It's just like, yeah, the aura stays active for longer, so you keep that damage buff more active for longer as well. But other than that, no significant changes. The signature move is this, by the way, according to the description. I'll show you the description soon. But he spins the weapon, and if you hold down the button, he spins it for longer. Okay, and then when you let go, he smashes it into the ground, and this stuff stays around him depending on how long you held the button. So yeah, if you hit them with that, you get a full bar of aura, or you get some bar of aura. And if you hit them with the other spiritual pressure move, you also get some bar of aura. Shout out to Rebirth of Souls, the new fan-made website. So instead of going to the official website and having to Google Translate everything, we have better translations here. So here's the signature move, Tumbling Current. They even include like the little video snippet there. It's a bit bugged. Okay. Kyan twirls Nejibana around, constantly spinning it whilst the input is held. Upon releasing the input, stabs the Nejibana into the ground, releasing a water pulse. After releasing the input for a tumbling current, Kyan is surrounded by a water current for a variable amount of time. Depending on the amount of time tumbling current was charged, passively damaging close opponents. So there you go. Kyan, very much a rushdown character. Very much a character that wants to stay in the opponent's face and keep that bar active. Is this the last character coming out for Bleach? Who knows? They say that's more coming soon. I have 3 different sources telling me that yes, the roster is done. I am keeping in touch with those sources and seeing if there are any updates, and I'll report back next Monday and let you guys know what I know without like trying to give away who is leaking info. And that is because something happened today. The Reverse Fate trailer, mostly a hype trailer, right? A lot of story mode moments here. Maybe some verses. I mean, I think that's Ichigo's awakening animation there. We have a ton of Kikon moves that we haven't seen before. And yeah, of course, like this game looks absolutely sick. John Bleach is playable. Yes, John Bleach is 100% playable. This trailer got the community talking mostly for what happens in the end. I thought I skipped ahead enough. Apparently not. Story mode Aizen. And then what? Is that Dangai? Are we getting Mugetsu playable? So yeah, so far we don't know what that encapsulates. And we'll find out, I guess, in the future. I lost this translator, boys. I lost my translator. Again, look forward to Monday, main channel. I'll do a follow-up. I'll talk about this too. I made a reaction to this trailer on this second channel though. And I was also like, look, I also said echo characters are still possible. Skins are still possible. I don't think this game is done with surprises. I think there's still a lot more they could show us. I don't know everything there is to know about this game. All I'm saying is that Baragon is not coming. Orihime is not coming. You know, like unique moveset characters are done. And then I'll explain why I think that. All right, let's move on to a new game. Baki Hanma Blood Arena. You read this title, you go, damn, Baki getting an arena fighter? Goated. It's a Punch-Out!
Fight as Baki.
Yeah.
Look really good looking, goddamn.
Yeah, it looks awesome. But yeah, if you guys like Punch-Outs, you get a Punch-Out. It is a console game. It is a console game.
The people who made this have made a Punch-Out like game before called Thunder Ray, so this is actually very similar looking, honestly.
Nice. Okay, so let's see Thunder Ray. Thunder Ray is a game that is out by the same developers, so this does feel like, oh, let's skin that. Escapist. Let's go for a quick review here, 3 minutes. It does look like, oh, make that game, but with a different skin.
Thunder Ray
Which is fine
arcade
sometimes.
boxing game.
Honestly, like one of my favorite anime games last year was, as you know, Fairy Tail Dungeons. And that game had already been developed by that same developer with like no Fairy Tail assets. So like it was almost a reskin.
Tree SRL.
They called it a
Main
2D
spirit
fighter.
is
I mean, it is
Punch-Out,
2D and it is a
but
fighter.
takes the pseudo-boxing gameplay out of this world. You play as Ray, the undisputed and undefeated boxing champion of the world.
And he has thunder in his
Finding
gloves.
no
So we
more
named
Ray
our
opponents
game
on
Thunder
Earth,
Ray.
Ray prepares to retire, but instead gets forcibly transported off-world to compete
No.
in an intergalactic tournament against all manner of powerful aliens.
Oh no.
The game's premise is simple.
I can see why they looked at
Presentation
this
uses
and went, I want these guys to make a Baki game.
Yeah, no, yeah.
high manner of powerful aliens.
I can see that.
premise is
So
simple.
you also
But
said that you
presentation
played
uses
Thunder Ray, right?
high-quality motion
I did.
graphics to pull you
I liked it. It's not like it doesn't have like the exact Punch-Out feel. I think Punch-Out has like a rhythm to it, and this game has like an offbeat type
Oh.
rhythm deal with it. It's hard to explain, but it doesn't have the rhythm of Punch-Out. It's still very fun though.
All right, less rhythm, more react type
Yeah,
thing.
like you
Yeah.
just see him like just wail in without like having to react or
from left to right,
like feel the
duck,
opponent.
and block by holding forward.
Hmm.
You can throw punches to the head or body and can charge punches for a short time to inflict
Yeah,
extra
I see.
damage.
I see it.
Opponents start off with attacks that you'll have
Sick. All right, that's coming out when? Is there a release date on this thing? Wait, I actually didn't check. I didn't follow up. I just saw, oh, they announced it. September 2025, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Switch, Xbox Series X and S, and Xbox One. Prepare for battle. The fight for supremacy begins soon. Yeah. Another news, and really quick, we're just gonna like go through these two incredibly fast. There's been a balance patch for Ultra Rumble, and apparently it's a good one. They hit all the big meta characters, and apparently I think who's gonna be a problem again? I forgot. Kendo is going to be a problem again, I think, because our alpha got buffed. Increased damage on all levels of our alpha. Okay. And a couple of characters got hit that maybe didn't deserve it, but they actually hit all the big names that were meta. So good balance patch all around, according to my sources. My source in this case is Medium Smoke in chat. So I can out that source. He's not going to be fired for that. And last but not least, Inazuma 11 V Heroes, Victory Road Heroes, right? Is what you mean? Showcase is set for April 11. They're going to do an April 11 showcase where they're finally going to reveal the release date for the 20th time. So
Press X to doubt.
Look forward to that. I guess we'll be here to report on it, and that is the news for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to watch them live, you can come over to Twitch every Friday. If not, enjoy. I appreciate you guys watching on over on the YouTube. Thanks for watching.